So in today's video, what we're going to be going through is to be successful online, as a coach, as a trainer, as a health professional, fitness professional. How many social media platforms should you actually be on? How many do you need to be on? And I'll split that up in two baskets. One, organically, like social media posting and organic content. How many do you need to be on? Which ones should you be on? And also in advertising, what is working right now? What platforms to advertise in? Which ones not at all to run away from? And so on and so forth. Because ultimately, the environment as a business owner is so fragmented. There's just so many different platforms and social media formats and forums and blogs and all of this sort of stuff that you could be on. And your goal as to be as successful as possible is to narrow your focus to just spending your time and energy on the most important ones, the ones that actually work. Because ultimately, if you've got, I'm going to make it up, you've got 2 hours a day, for example, right? And you spend that time split evenly across 5 different platforms, for example, and there's really only 2 that work, then you're wasting time, you're wasting energy of that 2 hours. You're probably only getting to spend, a certain amount on the 2 that actually work, and then waste the rest of the time on the 3 that don't work. Whereas if you were able to refine that and just go, I know what works, where to be, and I'm going to put all energy and time to that, then you'll have a multiple more success, growth, clients, impact, income, so on and so forth. So first and foremost, in an advertising format, right, you've got generally as online coach, online trainers right now, you've got a couple of different formats, you've got a couple of different options. Now there's YouTube advertising, there's Google ads, YouTube ads, Google ads. Now YouTube's owned by Google, so that's why I'm bundling them together. You've got YouTube text ads, display ads, YouTube, and then Google text ads, display ads. And then you've got the Meta platform, Facebook, Instagram. You've got TikTok advertising as well. You can do LinkedIn advertising. There's lots of other ones, and I'm not going to go through them all, right? Now, to be successful at present and what's working right now, and what I mean by successful is to have a online coaching or fitness business generally above, I would say, $15,000 to $20,000 a month. You can be much bigger than that. Now, if you're wanting to just do $5,000 a month, then I would say that it's not really going to ever be a major success. It's kind of like just a side gig, right? And generally side gigs die off because they don't get the time and attention they need to actually grow and flourish, right? And that's why I say $15,000 to $20,000 is generally a good space, because that's going to allow you to put as much time and energy and resources into this and not just have it as kind of like the poor cousin that just gets attention at time when you have a spare minute and when you can be bothered, and it won't be like this little business on the side. It's kind of a pain in the ass that you need to do late at night on weekends or whatever, and it's aside from your full-time job, right? Because as I said, those secondary priority things, they generally slowly die off. Why? Because there's not enough income to pay the bills, and not enough income to pay for the food, for whatever you need to do in life. And so generally, unfortunately, we all need a certain level of income to be able to live, right? And to pay the bills. And so whatever pays the bills generally gets that time and energy focused first as a primary. And then any other time and energy we've got when we can be bothered, we spend it elsewhere. And so it's kind of like non-focused energy. It's not a priority. And things that aren't put as a priority in terms of business, they will slowly die, right? Because it's just an afterthought. So that's why I'm talking about like above $15,000 to $20,000 a month is what I'm talking about. Now, advertising wise, the platforms that are working right now, Facebook's still working really well for some niches. There's some niches that doesn't work well for at all. And if you want to get specific on that and you've got your niche and you're looking to do Facebook ads and you don't want to know which ones, just comment down below and let me know, and I'll come back with specific niches. Let me know your niche and I'll tell you whether it's going to work or not. Instagram's working really well at present for most niches. I would say 90% of niches. Facebook's probably more like 10 or 20% of niches. And now they're all in the Meta platform, so you can advertise the two of them. Now, YouTube advertising is generally something that I would highly recommend people to stay away from until they're making making $30, $40, $50,000 a month and wanting to really scale to $100,000, $200,000 a month. It's not necessary, right? And Google paid ads, like the text ads and the image ads, definitely not necessary, and they don't work for online trainers, right? Looking for a niche specific, a certain type of client, high paying, highly invested, self-invested, motivated online clients, they don't work. So I highly recommend it. And like I said, I highly recommend you stay away from them. Like I said, your goal is just to narrow your focus. To do $15, $20, $30, $40,000, you really only need one ad platform, right? The more you try and split your focus across, you're only going to be like a beginner level skill set at each one, rather than putting all your time and energy to one where you can become immediate to an advanced level skill set because you're spending more time and energy in it. So you're going to have much more success. You're going to actually have more fun because you're not going to feel like you just split focus across all these things, confusion, so on and so forth. So it's kind of the same for the organic space, right? TikTok can work quite well because of the algorithms they're working at the moment. Facebook groups of certain niches work. There's a lot of niches they don't work for at all. And Instagram is really where it's at for most people. It's a great platform algorithm-wise, and it's also a great platform for being able to engage and communicate with prospects. YouTube is almost the worst. So trying to grow a YouTube channel is not a great strategy at present time if you're wanting to grow an online fitness business fast to those levels and above, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that allows you to narrow your focus and get more results out of the time and energy you put into your business in the coming weeks. If you've got any questions whatsoever, you can hit me up in the comments down below. You can send me an email at chris@tribefit.co. That's tribefit.co. And we can chat there, and I'd be happy to help. So hopefully this video has been of value to you and allows you to cut away the things you've been wasting your time on and really drill down, laser focus in the things that actually work. Cheers.